Hey Wealth Lab 7 users, Glitch here. Today we're going to talk about what's new in Wealth Lab 7 build 36. So let's jump right into it. The first new feature is a positions navigator, an easy way to navigate through all of the backtest positions in the chart. So to show this, let's open up a strategy here, this RSI Agita. It's running on the Dow 30. We can just run that for the past 10 years. And then we go to our positions view and let's sort the open positions to the top, and let's double click one of the recent positions. So you can see the new navigator up here. It's like a kind of these VCR style controls. As I click through here, it will center the position indicated here, position 5 of 7, position 4 of 7. It will center the position. It will draw a little circle around it so you can easily see it. And it will automatically draw its line connecting the buy and sell point. So with this navigator, it's much easier to find the historical positions in the backtest from the chart. So there we go, the position navigator in build 36. Next, we added a little bit of enhancement to our debug window here. So in a Wealth Lab 7 coded strategy, there is a debug log that you can write to via this statement here, write to debug log. So typically the debug log would be cleared between every run. However, with the most recent enhancement of controlling whether the debug log outputs grouped or non-grouped information, grouping by symbol in a backtest, in a portfolio backtest, we noticed that the debug log was not being cleared for the non-grouped. So then that led to a discussion of should we clear the debug log automatically? Some people said yes, some people said no. So here's our solution. We have now our debug log, and we have an option to automatically clear the debug log or not between backtest runs. So hopefully this can make everybody happy regarding this feature. You can also clear it manually via that button or a right click. So there's our debug log enhancement for build 36. Let's get on to something a little meatier than the debug log. So position metrics. Let's take a look at a new visualizer in the Power Pack extension. So in the last video, we covered analysis series, which was a new Power Pack extension. This time we have position metrics, something just as interesting, maybe even more so. To look at that, I'm going to open up this knife juggler coded strategy running on the NASDAQ 100 for the last 5 years. And let's go ahead and run that back test. So here's our result, and here's our new visualizer, position metrics. So this gives you, first of all, 2 metrics to select, an x-axis metric and a y-axis metric. And changing these selections will regenerate this scatter plot, showing you how all of the positions in the backtest fall within this combination of metrics. So here by default, we're seeing index, which is simply the numerical index of the position. So this is just showing all of the positions sequentially. And the reason why the index numbers here, actually, the index number here is going up to 14,000 when we actually only have 88,400 positions in this backtest. So how could it be showing that many? The reason is the NSF positions, the positions that are in the list, but really not counted in the backtest because there was insufficient simulated equity. So they do occupy indexes in the list, but they're not actually plotted here on the chart. So this x-axis you'll find, kind of jumps. It's not a completely sequential set of numbers here. So here we have all of the positions, and we're viewing the percent profit. So we can view a host of position related metrics, number of bars held. In this case, the strategy only holds things 1 bar, so that's really not much to see there. But we've got max adverse excursion, max favorable excursion. We've got days of the week, months of the year, weeks of the year, all kinds of position-related metrics that you can plot one against the other. So here, for example, is profit percent viewed by max favorable excursion percent. We even have some presets that Eugene created. The trade stability is simply profit percent by index. However, we have these perfect stop loss and perfect profit target, which are pretty interesting. So let's click this perfect profit target. So this shows max favorable excursion percent by profit percent, and it calculates 2 standard deviation line here, which is kind of giving you an anticipated perfect profit target based on this standard deviation. So which is, in this case, 6.5%. You can change the standard deviation, move it down or up to 3 as you like. So this is the position metrics visualizer, but we're not through yet. There is even an additional deeper dive here we're going to do, and that is you're able to create your own position metrics from your strategy code. And to show that, I'm going to go into the editor and create a new variable here. And it's going to be an indicator. One of our indicators is called symbol data. Symbol data lets you pull in data from an external symbol. So I'm just going to name it SD. And here in the initialize method, I will construct that indicator by using symbol data.series. The first parameter is the bar history that it's to be synchronized with, and that is this bars parameter from up here. The second parameter is the symbol, and I want to look at VIX, the volatility index. And the third is a price component. And we'll just say close for the closing price of the VIX symbol. So now we have our data. Now, what we can do is whenever we have a transaction object after placing a trade, placing an entry trade. So here's my code that's placing the trade. What I'm going to do is call a new method on that transaction object called setPositionMetric. I'm going to create my own position metric and pull in data from the VIX. I'm going to call the metrics VIX, and the value will be whatever the value of our SD indicator is at the current index. All right, so let's save that, compile it, make sure I didn't have any errors. So it compiled okay, so let's run it again. And let's take a look at our visualizer here and see if we have a new position metrics. We do, we have VIX. So now what I can do is say, let's say I want to make the x-axis profit percent but the y-axis I want to make VIX. So now I can look at profit percent mapped to VIX, and we could see there is a relationship. So for this particular strategy, it looks like as VIX or volatility is increasing, our standard deviation line here is showing us that the profit percent is increasing along with volatility. So yeah, this particular strategy does better when volatility is high. I had kind of already known this, so seeing it here by this visualizer is just a confirmation of that. But so there we have it, a very powerful and flexible new visualizer where you can even code your own position metrics for. These coded position metrics will appear in any visualizer that works based on position metrics, including analysis series. So there you go. That's what's new in Wealth App 7 build 36. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you have any comments, leave them down here below. Otherwise, see you on the forum. Bye.